Example 4 of section 7.1. I've set this up ahead of time just to kind of speed things along because this is a little bit longer example. So first thing I want to do is I want to define standard deviation, and then I want to show you an example of how we can find it by hand. So standard deviation is a measure of variation that uses all the data values. So whereas range only uses the highest and lowest, this will tell us how varied the data is simply by using all the data rather than just simply the highest and lowest. So find the standard deviation shown for show A in example 3. Use a table to organize your work and interpret your result. Okay, so here we go. Kind of got to move things around here a little bit. Let me go right about there. So here I've taken all the data from example 3, which we remember is back here from show A. And I've put it all not in order or anything. I put it in a table. So these are all those values that I put in the X column. So I've got all those there. Now here are the steps we're going to follow. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the mean. Okay. Now we've already learned how to find the mean. The mean, I am simply going to add all the data. And once I've added all the data, divide by how many there are. Well, there are 12 numbers here. So I'm going to add all those up, and then I'm going to divide by 12. Okay, so I'm going to pause and do it on my calculator again, just to kind of reduce the time of the video. Okay, so here I've added up all the data from the table, 20, 29, 19, 22, and so on. And I divided that all by 12, and it gave me a mean of 25. So coming back here, I have now found out that my mean is 25. Now, if I know the mean is 25, the variable we use for mean is this X bar that you see here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to write down 25. Now the mean is 25. We can write it in every single place all the way down. Why would we do this? You don't have to really. If you wanted to just kind of arrow down, you can. Okay. Now the next step is to find the deviations, which is the X minus the X bar. So every X value minus the mean. So if I take 20 minus 25, that gives me negative 5. 29 minus 25, that's positive 4. And by the way, the negative 5 means this data point was 5 less than the mean. So we keep doing that all the way around. I get negative 6, negative 3. Here it was 0, it was right on it. 27 minus 25 is 2, 2 again, 4, 5. Here's negative 5. This is 4 below, and this one is 6 above. So we get all these deviations. Now, step 3, I want to square those deviations. So in other words, raise each deviation to the second power. Now, whether you raise a positive or a negative number to the second power, you'll always get a positive here. So negative 5 squared is a positive 25. 4 squared is 4 times 4, that's 16. 6 squared is 36, and so on down the list. 3 squared is 9, 0, 2 squared is 4 each time. 4 squared is 16. 5 and negative 5 squared are both 25. 4 squared is 16, and 6 squared is 36. Okay, step 4, we're going to find the mean of all those deviations, which is called the variance. Okay, so I'm going to take the mean of all these numbers. So once again, I'm going to leave and do it on my calculator, and then I'm going to come back just again to kind of speed things up with the video. Here we go, I've added them all up. All of those deviations, I've added them all up, or all the squares of all the deviations, added them up and divided by 12. I got 17.6 repeating. We're going to round that to 17.7 for our purposes. So I'm going to come back here, and we are going to say the mean of all the deviations now is, I got to redo this here, is going to be 17.7. Now our last step is to take the square root of that variance. So we're going to take the square root now of that 17.7. Now I still have this number on my calculator and it hasn't been rounded. So that'll be more accurate. So if I go back to my calculator, let me get rid of this. Going back to my calculator, there's that number. I'm just going, and this will work on your calculators as well, just hit the square root. Square root is right there on mine, that little thingy. Square root of this answer is what I want. So I'm just going to go second answer. And again, you can do the same thing on your calculator. And that gives me 4.2. Okay, so what I have here finally is my standard deviation. And my standard deviation is 4.2. Now that standard deviation tells me that the typical age difference from the mean, so all these ages are about 4.2 years away from the mean. So that's about how far each age is from the mean. And there we go. You now know how to find standard deviation. In class, we're going to learn how to do this on our calculators completely, okay?